Hey friends, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. My name is Sammy and welcome back to this week's What's for Dinner. This week I do have 6 meal ideas for you. One of them that I made was part of a cookbook collab, so if you're interested in how I made that one, look in my description box below and that video link will be in there and you can see how I made it. But other than that, I do have some good ones for you. I do share my fried chicken recipe with how I make that. I'm still trying to type out the recipe, so just be patient with me, but I will have that ready to go soon. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below because I love talking with all of my friends on here, and it means the world to me that you all are supporting me. So I hope you enjoy this What's for Dinner and that it gives you some meal inspiration to cook for your family. But without further ado, y'all, let's get into this week's What's for Dinner. Come on, y'all, let's go. Hey friends, tonight's dinner is going to be bacon burgers. So I have 2 1/4 pounds of the 93.7 ground beef here. It is thawed out and I went ahead and cut up about 2 cups of bacon chopped just into smaller pieces so you can mix that into your burger. And then I'll be using Badia Complete, Nature's Seasoning, the black garlic, and Cavender's. So those are what's going to go in this, and I'll just mix all this together, patty my burgers out, and then just fry them up. I was going to do it on the Blackstone, but we got some thunderstorms probably going to roll in, so I don't even want to risk it since it's not under like an awning or anything. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get these patted up, get them started cooking, and then we're just going to have French fries with it this evening, and that's going to be dinner. Alright, so I have all the burgers patted out and they are looking absolutely delicious. So I'm just going to go ahead and fry them up. I've got my skillet heating up here, and then I'll get the French fries put in and we'll just go ahead and cook everything down, and I'll bring you back and show you the finished plates. Hey friends, tonight's dinner is going to be Southern fried chicken. I can't think of what she said, fellowship potatoes. Some people might call them funeral potatoes, but I'm using Katt's recipe over at Southern Farm and Kitchen. So I will have her vlog, the recipe linked down below if y'all want the measurements for it. I know it's going to be phenomenal. So right here, I've already seasoned my flour. I have Badia Complete, smoked paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, Cavender's, Nature's Seasoning, black garlic, pepper, and salt. I know that was a lot, but that's how I've always made my seasoned flour. So I have that. Back here, I've had my chicken leg soaking in buttermilk for a couple hours now. So we'll go ahead and start getting that battered up. I'm going to make some of our favorite green beans. It's just the Margaret Holmes seasoned green beans here. And this is everything you're going to need for the potatoes. For the topping, all I have is the rippled Utz potato chips. And then you'll have to have some Parmesan cheese and some butter for the topping that goes on top. And then I think she uses the shredded, but all I have is the Southern style, the diced potatoes. But that's okay. Then we've got Monterey Jack and sharp cheddar. I've got an onion that had already chopped up earlier because I made some pasta salad. So that would be equivalent to how much she says. There's the Parmesan cheese, like I said. Some flour, milk's in my fridge. I got to get that out. Sour cream and some chicken broth. So that's going to be dinner tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get started on all of this. But I do want to mention that right here I've got my skillet I'm going to turn that on here in a minute and let this get all happy together. But I've got vegetable oil, a little bit of butter, and some bacon gold. Liquid gold, whatever you want to call it, but it's just bacon grease. This was the combination that my family always used, but it's usually shortening. I don't have any like Crisco or lard or anything like that, but I just use vegetable oil, butter, and the bacon grease. And that's what I fry my chicken in. Alright, so right here I do have some chopped up red onions to start this recipe off in some butter, and I just have them sauteing until they were translucent. And now I'm adding in the flour. This is Katt's recipe from over at Southern Farm and Kitchen, so I will actually have hers linked below so you all can make this if you would like. But I'm just making a roux here in with the onions. So once that cooks out a little bit, that's when I'll add in the chicken broth and all of the cheese and all the yumminess and the seasonings. I did add, I think, Badia Complete and Cavender's into this instead of just salt and pepper. But yeah, so I've added in the flour. It is cooking down like you can see here. I just added in the chicken broth right there. You just want to stir that down until it gets a little bit thicker, and then you'll add in the Monterey Jack, I believe, and cheddar into that. Stir that down, and of course I just threw in a little extra cheese because I like my cheese, y'all. And then next comes the sour cream. You'll want to stir that in there until it is mixed well and all throughout that cheese sauce. And I'm gonna tell you what, these things were so good. But once you get that stirred in, that's when you add in your taters. Stir that until well combined, and then you'll pour it into a buttered, I think I used a 9x13 baking dish. And then you'll top it with a mixture of potato chips, or I guess you could use Ritz crackers too, but hers called for tater chips, Parmesan cheese, and butter. So that's what I topped it with, and baked it at 350 until golden brown and bubbly. Now here I am starting my chicken. I did have my chicken sitting in the fridge for a couple hours in some buttermilk. And then I just dipped it into my seasoned flour. I did tell y'all what was in my seasoned flour, and I don't have measurements for it. It's just season it until you think it's enough, until your little heart's happy, and that's what you dip it in. And then my pan, I have vegetable oil and butter and some bacon grease. That is the combo that I use. That's what I grew up on. So that's what's in there. And like I said, usually my grandma put lard or something in there with it, but I didn't have that. But here is that chicken after it is cooked all the way through, and it's so crunchy, and I don't know, it's just delicious. And there are the green beans and the taters, along with, I think it was just green beans this night, but there's the fellowship taters that Katt made, or this Katt's recipe, I should say. But that was dinner this night, y'all, and it was absolutely delicious. Alright, so this is her Skillet Lasagna. It looks absolutely delicious, and of course she goes and shows all the steps. And yeah, so it's just a one-pan dish, which I'm all about. So you'll need some mini farfalle. And then I need to put this in the defrost because I forgot to set it out this morning. That's real life on a Monday morning. And you'll have to have some garlic, some basil, Italian seasoning. I know Italian seasoning has basil in it, but we're going to add a little bit more per the recipe. And then whatever jar, she said marinara sauce, but I don't have it, so we're using the Classico fire roasted tomato and garlic. You'll need some mozzarella cheese. It does not call for onion, but anytime I make some kind of like a spaghetti or a lasagna, I always put onion in it. So I'm going to chop up a little bit of onion for it. You'll need some sour cream, some Parmesan cheese. That is all you'll need for this. I guess it is, but that's all you'll need for this recipe. I got sidetracked because I was looking at her recipe. I guess you have to cook this to al dente, so it's not a one pot meal, but that's okay because we can boil those, no trouble there. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and defrost this, and then we're gonna get on into cooking. If you are interested in how this is made, I'll have that video linked below so y'all can go check out how to make this wonderful and yummy pasta dish. Hey friends, tonight's dinner is melt-in-your-mouth chicken. I'm going to make some stovetop stuffing and some green beans with taters in them. So for the mix for the melt-in-your-mouth chicken, I've got a cup of mayonnaise, some Parmesan cheese, Cavender's, and black pepper. It called for seasoning salt, but I don't have any of that. But the Cavender's has salt and stuff in it too, so it'll be fine. So we'll just mix all this together, and that gets spread over the chicken, and everything else is just cook per package directions, and we just have to heat those up. But I am going to go ahead and clean up this chicken and split it in half. That way it doesn't take as long to cook in the oven. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now, and then I'll bring you back when we get ready to start putting the topping and everything, and then we'll put it in the oven. Alright, so I have my chicken split. I've put that in a greased baking dish. I just put some avocado, the spray oil in there. Seasoned each piece of that chicken. I know there's seasoning in that mixture, but you do need to season your chicken too. So once you have that seasoned and in your baking dish, you just cover it with that mixture and spread it all over the chicken as evenly as possible. Make sure all that chicken is coated because that's what keeps your chicken tender and moist and delicious. So there's the chicken after it bakes. You do end up with a lot of liquid because that's just the fat cooking out of everything. And then here are the green beans and potatoes. And then I made a box of the stovetop chicken. No, that's savory herbs flavor. But that was dinner this night, and that melt in your mouth chicken, it really does melt in your mouth. So I hope you give that one a try. I'll have the recipe linked below for y'all. Hey friends, tonight's dinner is fish fillet sandwiches and french fries. So we just have our beer battered fillets. These are my favorite fillets, the Gorton's ones. Then we've got some sliced cheese, some tartar sauce, some brioche buns, and shredded lettuce. And then I'm just going to make these french fries right here in the oven per the directions on the back of the bag. And that is going to be a quick, simple, and easy dinner this night. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything started, and then I'll bring you back and show you the finished plates because there's really not much to it. Hey friends, tonight's dinner is spaghetti. So here I have just my pasta sauce, some Italian diced tomatoes, tomato paste, some mushrooms, lean ground beef, my thick and zesty spaghetti sauce mix, and just the classic spaghetti noodles, pot size though. So that is what we are going to have for dinner tonight. I am probably going to make like maybe some side salads if I can see if I have everything, and then also some garlic bread to go with it. So I will bring you back when everything is done. Alright my friends, that is it for this week's What's for Dinner. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it gave you some inspiration to cook at home for your family. Until next time my sweet friends, I wish you the best. God bless. Bye.